Hi, my name is Anisha Bahari, and this is my video evaluation for my A2 music video project. Our music video really develops on the idea of presenting the music video as kind of like a short film, in that there's a chance to build a narrative in that sense around a song and its lyrics in order to support or complement the performance elements that are really essential to a music video. And so when we selected the song and we looked at the lyrics, we knew that we wanted to have a strong narrative running throughout rather than having the predominant focus on performance. But we didn't want one to overwhelm the other, and so the ratio between the two and how it's presented is something that shapes like 99% of existing music videos. So in that sense, it's quite conventional if you consider the genre of our music video to be a ballad, for us to tell a story within the 3 minutes that we have, and a love story at that. So forms of existing media, like such as music videos and promos, and they all tend to present their content with subtlety. So with that in mind, we consciously incorporated a number of camera angles, such as close-ups, extreme close-ups, 360-degree shots, and tracking shots, and those are all things that we took away from our summer short film project, and we integrated the shots whenever we felt they were appropriate as a storytelling device or to channel a feeling through. For example, there's a point leading up to the climax of our video when Mimi's character returns to the home she ran away from, and the camera closes up on her face and then turns her whole head, so Daniel is visible from the position of standing on the garage roof looking over her, and it brings in those connotations of status as well, which was something that we also had to consider with pretty much everything, the clothes, the like from what the characters did, like how we positioned them, and like the camera angles and the shots, they were really essential in helping us build that and shape it. And so in those senses, we really kind of we took the forms and conventions like as a kind of guideline, but we did kind of challenge them with the way we shot it, and the camera angle. We didn't use a tripod at all. And because we didn't use a school computer, we used Zoella's own camera, and so when she filmed it, she just filmed it by hand, and it was quite shaky actually, and that's something we learned from like watching it back, and a lot of people said it's very shaky, but then it did kind of work for our video because it had that kind of it went with that idea of being so unstable, but then it kind of got right into the characters' emotions, it got right into everything that we needed to say in our music video, and it was kind of like a documentary style, which was a bit strange but it was okay because I think we integrated the documentary style with the kind of artistic thing that we wanted to establish and like just explore. And when we were editing our video, the two really juxtaposed and contrasted, but in a way that I think worked, or I hope worked anyway. I think the ancillary tasks of the album cover and advert in relation to the main product of the music video were quite effective because they were compatible with each other. We showed some of our classmates both, and they seemed to agree, and they all said that they complemented each other because we stuck to certain themes, and a main theme, maintaining that theme was through colour palettes, fonts, and of course the actual images. So during our 2 days of filming, we were always conscious to take pictures that would be edited for and photoshopped for our ancillary tasks, and we had so many that I put them all in a slideshow, and I posted that on YouTube, Facebook, and my blog, and then on my Twitter page I just urged people to comment. From there we started to select what would work for our album cover, and what would work for the advert and the back of the album cover, etc. Even though we took all these photos on location, though none of them were stills from the actual music video from the movie, it was like a separate photo shoot on the set. So overall, I think the three of them together were quite effective because they really promote this idea of this new soulful artist and his lyrical songs, Billy Joel. The advert, however, was more based on Billy Joel as an artist, whilst the album cover alludes to the allure of the romance that we present in the music video. Our audience feedback, it really showed us how commercial our video was going to be because we had no distinct, clear audience in mind. Yeah, our audience profile, it wasn't a niche group, so it was interesting to see what people made of it. The most striking thing people seemed to pick up on was the song in relation to the content, which people found quite interesting. But also because we had so much footage that we couldn't use all of it due to time, and so some people didn't quite fully understand the narrative due to bits we had to cut out, and they found it a bit confusing, and they didn't automatically get that Lucy was playing Mimi as the young girl, even though we put them in the same dress, and as Mimi's eyes closed, Lucy's open, which was a device we used to try to illustrate that. However, the audience feedback showed that it wasn't 100% successful, so that's something that we learned. From also the lip singing, which was we found really hard to do because if we uh, like get something in time with the music, then it will push everything else back, and all of our other footage and everything else will just go out of like whack. And so that was another thing that we found quite challenging, and the audience feedback kind of just reiterated that as well. But we got lots of positive feedback, and a lot of people really liked how it was shot, which was good because we weren't sure if people would. Most of our audience feedback, it's probably good to mention, is just actually mainly people our age, and because when we put it on Facebook and YouTube and sites like that, it was mainly our peers and our friends and people who we knew, and in class it was our peers who looked at it and kind of evaluated it from there. So our audience feedback mainly came from them, so it was a certain group, if you will. So I think one thing we could have done better, I mean, had we planned it better, would probably be to screen uh, the music video to different groups, like maybe some younger kids and maybe young adults and etc. etc. older people, just to see what they made of it. So it, our audience feedback really sort of taught us a lot of things, but it taught us a lot of things that we kind of already knew. Okay, so thank you so much for watching my video evaluation, and I hope that I was able to justify some of the reasons behind the decisions that me and Swella made as a group during this whole process, and I hope that you enjoy the music video.